Guys, so Kim's down here today. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. Another guitar purchase.
Oh, wow. Let's see what you got. I see it's a very old case.
Yeah, it's a PV acoustic, I think.
Oh, nice.
But this headstock says Martin, and this says Martin, and I don't know, is that like shoes, Doc Martens?
Maybe that's what we're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Well, the D18 is kind of the working man's guitar. I mean, it always has been, you know, unless you're Norman Blank or Bill Monroe and his guys.
So this is a 1940, what year? A 1948 model.
Right after the war, considered in that period.
And the model number?
D, which is the dreadnought, that's the large size. And then the 18 is the style and the appointments. There's nothing really fancy on this one, as you saw on the other guitar I had.
Martin D18.
And last week I bought a 46.
Wow, you are into it. All right, so let's take it up out of that case, and here, I'll close the lid here and set it up there, and let's take, so we can get a good look at this thing.
Yeah, it'll have like...
So in 1948, sorry about my camera work there.
Spruce top, mahogany sides, back and sides, mahogany neck with a rosewood fingerboard. Looks like ebony, but it's probably just rosewood that's dark.
So this is your newest purchase?
No, actually, I got this about 3 months. My newest one was last week. I went to Tucson and bought a 1946 D18.
Down in Tucson, huh?
Yeah, and if you're able to look in there, the serial number and the model number is on the neck block.
Oh, we can see that.
Oh, wait.
Try to get your light in there. So,
Did it come out?
CF Martin, these guitars are made in Michigan?
Nazareth, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania,
And
that's
originally,
right.
they didn't know that. My older Martins say New York, because Nazareth, small town on the border of New York and Pennsylvania. I don't think they realized they were in Pennsylvania till like around 1900. And now they say Nazareth, like PA, instead of New York, New York.
Pretty nice, man. This thing is old. So, 1948.
Yeah, 70 years old.
70 years old.
Yeah, and the Martin serial number records are just amazing.
Oh, are they?
Oh yeah, the documents, I mean,
So you can...
I've carried this with me for as many decades as I can remember.
Uh-huh. Oh, so that makes it easy to kind of get the dates down.
Yeah, but the deal with Martin serial numbers, for instance, when you see this 8128 1900,
Uh-huh.
that was the last serial number for the year, not the first.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it's backwards. Now see my 1900, see that says 8716 1899?
Yeah.
So that's the last. My number on my 1900 is 8724. It was the third guitar made January 9th, 1900, and it's signed by the guy that built it, J.J. Knecht, K-N-E-C-H-T. He and his brother worked at Martin in those years in the late 1800s, 1900s. Their names are both in the employee records and searchable.
So let me ask you a question about the wood that they made these out of.
Yeah.
So did they ship wood from Brazil and different places up to Pennsylvania to make this, or where did they get this spruce?
Well, the spruce, I forget what it's called.
Where did they get this mahogany?
I think the spruce is American. The Brazilian rosewood, I don't know if they had stockpiles and bought it, because back then it didn't really matter. So I don't know if they brought it up for Brazil. That's actually an interesting question.
Okay.
The way they're doing it now, they're finding stockpiles of it in Lake Michigan at the bottom of the lake, encased in mud. And they bring that up, and it's Brazilian rosewood they're able to save. For some reason, it's at the bottom of Lake Michigan.
Huh, that's strange.
Yeah, isn't it?
So the Martin guitars are just, the craftsmanship was just so top quality.
It's second to none. They're the
No other companies
Ferrari,
could. I gotcha. It's a
the
great
Ferrari
way.
acoustics.
Now I can see that this scratch plate, the pick guard, was swapped out, huh?
Oh yeah, I guess it looks like there was a bigger one.
Right.
The 46 I just bought has all original stuff on it, but the headstock has been screwed up.
So can we talk about price? I mean, what'd you end up paying? I don't know
I
if you
paid-
want to disclose.
I paid $3,000 for it,
Wow.
which is
Now, if this guitar was over in, hypothetically, we're going to say this guitar was at Norman's Rare Guitars in LA, what would Norman be asking for this thing?
probably around $8, just because it's got work done.
What was some of the work that was done to it?
Well, for some reason the decal is missing.
I could sort of see it under there.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, why did they do that?
Yeah, I can kind of see it on there.
And this looks like oil from where you would play.
Right.
I had this little piece replaced because it came out. I had Brendan December.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah, over at Guitar Service
Right.
on Guadalupe and the freeway. Not Guadalupe and the freeway. Baseline and the freeway.
Baseline in the 101 in Mesa, Arizona. It's great luthier over there.
Yes. And then this is
It's okay, let's not scratch her.
this is an ebony cap.
Okay.
Did I
Oops.
just do that?
No.
Ebony cap,
Uh-huh.
quick herringbone trim.
Herringbone.
Yeah. And around it,
Uh-huh.
they would take it and just kind of heat it, and it would.
The binding.
Yeah. And
So, okay, lay it back down here so it's nice and easy for me to take a look at this neck. What happened here? What's been
I'm not
done?
really sure. I saw the pictures. It looked 10 times worse. I got it. It's better. It's Bondo, but it's smooth. These are the open back cloisons from that period.
So for some reason it had a lot of damage or something, and somebody just sort of filled it in with a wood putty or something and smoothed it out.
Yeah. And you can tell how much had been played. Look at the tuners. You can see where they're like not in good shape, let's say.
So they've got a lot of use on them.
Yeah. Now my 50 has open back, but with,
Right, we did the video on that one.
yeah.
Okay, that was a great video, man. I appreciate you bringing that in that.
Yes. So that was only 2 years later, and they went to the white
So
plastic
the
tuner.
chance of trying to refinish the necker and to try to disguise this, what's your thoughts on having somebody work on that? Or what did Brendan say about maybe doing something like that?
It's not Brendan's opinion I would take on this.
Uh-huh.
I had a 1950 broadcaster. You know what a broadcaster is?
Sure.
Pre-Telecaster, 1950.
Right.
And the entire neck was brown, stained on the fingerboard. Took it to a friend, the ultimate guitar guy here in town, Bob Coward.
I remember him.
And he well, you're the one that told me.
We were neighbors.
Yeah, and had him refinish the neck. It tweaked the neck. It never played the same. My friend that I was selling it to just said, dude, I can't look at it ever again. Just take it. I don't want to see it. It tweaked the neck. Just doing that finish on the neck, no, I won't fuck with it.
I agree. Herringbone, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I learned that one the hard way.
Okay, Kim, well, how about taking a pick to this thing and let's see what it sounds like. You want to play it for us for a while?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, man. Let's
Okay.
hear that thing.
The secret chord to
Let's
Hard
hear
Day's Night
this. Looks like an F chord.
with a 9. on top of the G.
That's it.
And if you tune this down to D, you can put McCartney's note in there too.
Yeah.
So, this is my D18.
Very
love this
nice,
guitar.
man.
Yeah, it just, all of that stuff, you know.
Let's hear a little Beatles riff.
Any
What
who?
else you got? What other Beatles riff you got? Let me just hear a little something.
Let's see.
Little something, something from the Beatles. Really nice.
And then let's see.
Hey Kim, not to name drop, but you used to do some session work with, you did a little Elton John stuff.
I did the first two albums, like the Love Song, which
Uh-huh.
was, let's see.
And you did some Steve Winwood stuff. in the
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
What'd you
the
do?
John Barleycorn.
You were a part of that album. How cool is that?
Let's see, we would
Oh, we're
have,
gonna, he keeps a capo in his pocket.
well, always, of course.
And I thought you were just happy to see me.
Yeah, all that stuff is great. I'd be
Beautiful,
just,
man. Accomplished.
Well,
Very well, man. Very well.
let's see.
Yeah, putting that capo on there. I was gonna say putting that capo there on the 7th fret. That's the Here Comes the Sun and
John Barleycorn and
something. Wasn't the song Something in the Way? Wasn't where was that capo was on the 12th.
that might have been an
that
extra
too?
track, but not on the
Oh.
original. It would have been here
There you go.
because I saw a video of him playing it
Right, right.
like that.
Right.
Oh,
I met
Scarborough
Joey
Fair.
Molland one time.
Who?
Joey Molland from Badfinger.
yeah, I'm Pete Ham.
And I'm like, Joey, did you ever get high with Paul McCartney? And he said, no, but me and George used to hang around all the time. I'm like, "Oh."
Where'd you see him?
We opened up for the Badfinger, a band I was in opened up for Badfinger in 1995 down at the Electric Ballroom down in Tempe, Arizona. It's kind of cool. I tried to hang out with them and follow them around the rest of the night, and they were like, no. Some guy from the opening band keeps trying to follow us around.
God. I had a crush. I answered an ad when I lived in London.
Huh.
And I went and answered it, and I used to go play with this guy and these guys. And I didn't, sorry about this, I didn't necessarily like what they were doing musically, but I had a crush on his sister.
Uh-oh.
And that's why I played with Peter Gabriel.
Wow. Because of his sister.
Yes, yeah, because at the time, hopefully nobody from that will see him, it just felt like they were trying to cop the Yes thing.
I believe that.
And it wasn't until Peter went solo that I went, well, dude, I would have been there.
Missed opportunities.
You know,
There's a guy named Joey that comes in here, and he says he auditioned, and he played with Joan Jett.
who?
A friend of mine that comes in here, his name is Joey. He auditioned for Joan Jett, and he said her amp was so loud that he was like, screw this, I don't want to be a part of it. And then like 2 months later, I Love Rock and Roll went to #1. So
friend-
it's one of those missed opportunities.
My friend just auditioned for back east, Michael Schenker Band
Wow.
as the singer, writing lyrics, and it looks like he probably got it, although I don't think Schenker's there anymore.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, all that, you know that.
Lots of fun stuff. Awesome. Kim, thank you so much for bringing that thing in today.